Hello, and welcome back to Journey to Rooted Hold. Been making pretty good progress on this golem level. It's been a bit of a slog, though. It's a lot of combat rooms and not a lot of puzzling. And here is another combat room. And I just locked myself off. That's fine.
Will health take off too again?
Where did health go? Probably somewhere. I'm not too concerned about it. That's fine. One of you got out. Make sure we don't get stuck. It's actually a lot closer than I would have liked. But there's really not a whole lot to this. Well, don't do that. This is just kind of a long process here, just breaking walls and killing golems. Again, I'm being a little bit hasty here because I'm not really thinking about what I'm doing. I'm just kind of destroying stuff. That was kind of neat. Alright. Alright, exit level. We are done. Now, of course, when you have a room like this, it's a pretty good spot to hide secrets. I happen to know that this one is right here. Just, clear the perimeter to search for things like that. Challenge, don't turn your sword. Oh, okay. So that's interesting. This particular room was incredibly difficult the first time I played it, but given how much more experience I have and how much more comfortable I am with golem movement and trapdoors, I was going to say this room's going to feel almost trivial. But with that restriction, the challenge, this actually becomes tricky again. So the trick with this one, I have to drop the door, means I have to drop all the trapdoors, which means I have to kill the golems on their initial squares, or on those 6 squares. They could swap positions, that would be fine. Whoops. Oh, I had... My left hand was on the control button. It doesn't usually happen. Alright. So this is the orientation I'm going with. And I guess I'll just do my usual... something like that. Oh, this isn't going to work at all because of you. You were down a little bit more, I could slip through. Okay, no, I've screwed up the beginning part. That's what's gone wrong there. So I need... to do something like this. Get you in there. Whoops. Nope. That was too far back. Try again. Right, because I need this tile. I mean, I could just wait here. That was not waiting there. That was doing things. Do not do things. Wait. Because I need... Well, I need to drop that. If I do this... That lets me do this, and also get through. Alright, that leaves us with 2. I think if I just make a... Okay, well we have a bridge connecting here, so 1 and 2. That'll be fine. Okay, and one more. Just get you here. I'm worried about the trapdoor part of this now, actually. Okay, let's just do something like that. Okay, we've dropped all the trapdoors. Oh, that's a problem, isn't it? And I never hit a checkpoint. That's fine. I can recreate that easily enough. Like so. Okay, so are all the trapdoors droppable in this state? They should be. I have a checkpoint, so I can just kind of run through it and hope that it works. Right, so one thing I do need to watch out for is that top part. So let's just do that first. Yeah, that should be good. Steady as a rock. Yeah, that was a neat little complication. Made that a little bit harder than it needed to be. But in a good way. And we unlock a secret, a warp room. This is kind of a weird thing that I think, yeah, City Beneath didn't have any of these. So King Dugan's Dungeon and Journey to Rooted Hold had the ability to skip certain levels. And we're not going to be skipping level 7. We could go right to level 8 right now if we wanted to. But why would we want to do that? My memory of this hold gets a little bit hazy around this part. I'm not actually sure what level 7 and level 8 are. Probably like invisibility or... Oh, hi Half. I guess that's where you went. Invisibility or mimics, maybe? Serpents? I feel like those are a bunch of levels that we're going to have in the near future. Maybe not in that order. Okay. There's our blue door. Hello, Slayer.
I am unassailable.
No challenge in this room, so we can just kind of blunder through it. Again, it's just another golem fighting room, but I guess the Slayer kind of makes it interesting. Although really, as long as you keep moving and are somewhat efficient, the Slayer can't keep up with you at all. Especially since he gets distracted every time he has to turn his hook, and then the Wisp loses sight of you. But these are all rooms that we would have missed if we had just skipped the level. Right, no red door, so we can get away with doing that. That's fine. We do need... well, we do need both of you through here. We're also going to need to kill one of you there. Alright. And more checkpoint for me. Alright. Cut me if you can, Slayer. I think I've managed to escape. Alright, another nothing room. Don't turn your sword. And here are the actual stairs down to level 7. Well, I say actual, these are the only stairs down to level 7. But this is the actual intended way to go forward if we didn't clear that secret room. So which way do we want to have our sword facing? I feel like we want to hit the first orb ourselves. Maybe something like this. So this one's going to require a little bit of helpful Slayerness. Get the Slayer to do... Oh, whoops. Okay, well that's... Oh, okay. Thanks, Slayer. I was not expecting him to make that particular move, but I guess that's good for me. Let's see, if I had my sword angled up, I would have been able to hit this, but then I wouldn't be able to hit that. It's kind of a wash. We just need to convince the Slayer to do that. That's going to probably be easiest by getting around the Slayer. Yeah. Why was that going to make it easier? Nope. Yeah, because there's no way if I go all the way back here, it's not going to work.
Prepare for your removal.
Okay, maybe if I do this, you'll just keep your hook that way long enough. Oh, it's starting to close. I always wondered about that. Is it supposed to give you a sense of inevitability? I guess you could try to trap the Slayer, but the Slayer knows to hit the orbs. So, oops, okay, well we just hit a rock column a bunch of times. Alright. This should be... Yeah, turn, thank you. Got enough room to move. Ah. It's gonna be a little bit tricky. No, I happened to do something good there. Oh. Okay, nope, that's gonna be really bad. That's fine. This part was not that hard. Let's...
How could I take so long?
Ah, stupid wisp. Why you no short circuit? Come on, Slayer. Move. Okay, there we go. So for this one, let's just move the Slayer up a lot closer, get the checkpoint, and then
Careful, the hook is sharp.
we can just kind of do this. Well, that didn't work, did it?
I am unassailable.
No, I know what I have to do here, I'm just not executing this very well. The problem is the Slayer moves first. Okay, let's just get the Slayer all the way over here. There we go. Come at an angle this way. Thank you, Slayer. Oh, we're gonna need your help for this one, too. Should be fine here.
The job is done.
Kind of. This is too narrow. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I need you. Is this gonna work? I don't think it is. No. I needed to have a slightly... yeah, this angle here. That should be fine. There we go. Thank you, turn order. Man, all of these orbs. Oh, that last golem's gonna be interesting. How do we ever get you out? I think we have to actually backtrack from this point. So we don't want the Slayer to hit this orb yet. Because we have to get you into that position. No, because then when we come around, you're still going to go here. Where do you start in the room? Okay. In that case, we have to undo a whole bunch. Okay, Slayer, you can do that. That's fine. Let's get you all the way down there.
Slaying time.
Oops, I am in the wrong column. Well, that should do. Yep, that one was pretty easy. And from here... Right, you wait here, do that, feel threatened, you hit that for us. And now, yeah, there are no golems in here. Okay. Just a little trap I missed at the end there. And even if I was turning my sword, that would have still been a trap. No, I could have just stabbed it on the checkpoint. Alright, well... Here we go. Alright, you guys are nicely lined up. I guess this is some pretty advanced Slayer manipulation compared to... I mean, obviously, this is so much harder than anything you would have had to have done if you were just playing Journey to Rooted Hold for the first time. What turn order are you in? The one that's not as good for me. It's really not good. Alright, well, the easy way to deal with this is just to go around and get you guys up here. Slayer, you're really getting in the way now.
I will give you the hook.
Are you still in the 17? Okay, that's fine. There's probably an easier way of doing this, but this'll work. There we go, that's everything killed, and also all of the orbs hit. Lend a helping hook. Alright, and that should be it for level 6. There are those who choose to stay all of their lives forever looking the same way, believing that eventually something interesting shall enter their field of vision. There are those who are forever moving around, employing whatever device possible to remain unseen. What happens when the two types meet? Please write a 5,000-page essay on this topic by next week. Lecture notes, Professor Spomtan Schiff, Mellonfrall University Philosophy Department. Alright, so it looks like we are getting the invisibility level. Which I believe is the only dedicated invisibility level in any of the official DROD holds. I can't think of any other ones that have have a level dedicated to invisibility.
I'm tired of chasing you around, Beethro. It is better to just wait for you here.
Well, you could change your tactics. I guess your old tactics weren't working that well. Challenge. Reach the stairs entering from the west or north. Yes, this does allow you to skip the entire level. Right, so this room, the idea is that the blue door is going to let us enter in through here. Gives us the invisibility potion. And then we can hit this orb, and it gives us enough time to get past the Slayer. However, if we do it the hard way... So it said we weren't going to skip the level, but then we are.
Just step through. I won't cut you. Very much.
You only need to cut me once, and then I'm dead. Right, so the problem with this is that if I try to go in here and do all of this, eventually he's going to catch me. And then in this position, there are no magical Slayer moves that are going to get the Slayer off my back. So I think there's two approaches to this maybe. We can try to make a really big zigzagging wisp going back and forth, or we can kill the Slayer. Making a really big wisp in this space, this is not a lot of space, and the wisp can't touch, it can't be touching its own path, otherwise it short circuits. So I'm actually going to opt for the kill the Slayer option, which is not supposed to be possible. The Slayer was supposed to have this perfect sword AI that prevented you from killing the Slayer, especially without many tools like this place. But I happen to know a way that I think I can pull off in this area. Again, it's kind of small, but it should work. In case you're on the off chance that there's somebody who is watching this that isn't highly experienced, I guess I'll quickly demonstrate the easier way to kill the Slayer. This is the corner kill. You have your weapons at opposites like this. Step against a flat surface. Every time you step forward, the Slayer steps away from you until you get to a corner. Now, this isn't actually going to kill the Slayer in this setup, but if there was an obstacle in this square, I would step up and the Slayer would sidestep. I then step here, and in this position the Slayer is here, the Slayer turns the hook. So then you step north again to kill the Slayer. But in this position, the Slayer is safe. So, unfortunately I can't actually... Well, actually, you know what? Build... Yes, oh, I don't do editing on Steam, I guess. Slayer demonstration, okay. Ditto. Here, Mr. 39th Slayer. Here's our obstacle in the corner. It could just be a wall. That would be the same effect. Okay, that was kind of interesting. Whoops. Here we go. Pushing along a wall. We get there. Kill the Slayer. As long as you have an obstacle there. Okay, what is going on here? Alright, because I... Journey to Hold, okay. Right, because I don't normally play on Steam. I'm just doing it this time for the Steam achievements. Since I figure I'm replaying the hold and I don't have the challenges on Caravelnet anyway, I might as well get the Steam achievements while I'm at it. Alright, so the method I'm going to try to use to kill this Slayer, I don't know if it has a name. I think it was Equator? Aquator? Never know how to pronounce that name. On the forums posted something, and it's quite interesting. Okay, let's get the Slayer down here. Okay. So the Slayer is facing north, I am facing north. Okay, looks like I set it up. So in this position, you have to get into this position where there's 3 empty spaces in between you and your weapons are facing in the same direction. And there has to be a flat surface that the Slayer can bump into along that side. So in this position, if I step down diagonally, Slayer turns, step again, Slayer steps diagonally back. This will repeat forever if you have an open space, which is why you have to hit this surface before you hit this surface. For this to work, we're going to go diagonally down again, and across. Slayer gets nervous, threaten the Slayer, and there you go. You can kill a Slayer at an open space without any obstacles, as long as you have a wall, or a room boundary. Alright, and that kind of trivializes this part now. I'm not sure if that's how you're supposed to do the challenge, or if you're supposed to get the challenge by making a really long wisp trail, but making a long wisp trail did not appeal to me, so this is how we're doing it. And Escapology. Achievement unlocked. And just like that, we can go on to the 8th level. But we got the challenge. That's what we're here for. I'm not going to... I don't think this room even has high scores, right? Yeah. There's nothing to kill. Well. So let's actually complete the level properly. Right.
Around, Beethro. It is better to just wait for you here.
Don't worry, I'll be there eventually.
Unassailable.
Not so unassailable after all. Alright, Evil Eyes. I said dedicated invisibility level. I guess there are some rooms without invisibility potions. This is an invisibility and Evil Eye level, and also the only official Evil Eye level I can think of in an official hold, aside from the Acandian tunnels in Gunthrow and the Epic Blunder. Evil Eyes are a monster that just, they appear in a lot of places, but they don't tend to get dedicated levels. Oh, this is horribly inefficient what I've done here. Also turning my sword, not great. 30th place tie. Yeah, not the best. Yeah, this isn't gonna work, is it? So what you're supposed to do here is just rush in and drink the potion. I think... Okay, like that. That'll do it. Challenge, don't drink the invisibility potion, of course. So from in here, is it possible to get out without drinking the invisibility potion? Whoops. If I do something like that... No. Okay, well that was the easy way through. Except that I screwed it up. You know what? Let's be a lot more efficient about this part. Oh. Oops. Well, I guess that kind of works. Alright, that should do it. Hold on, let's not get so hasty. Terrible place for a checkpoint. I'm dead, aren't I? Well, unless I want to leave the room. I want to clear all these out. I mean, eventually, but... can't. I have to kill these the slow way. I'm being pretty sloppy with my roach combat here. But as is usually the case with Roach Queen rooms, you get to a point where everything's basically solved. Visibly invisible. So for an invisibility potion level, we're not really using the invisibility potions much. No scroll here, okay. So we have to stop this queen from getting in there. Is this... okay. Our sword is like this. We should be able to get that on the way. Okay, we didn't stop her from getting in there, but as long as we approach from the north, we should be good, because then we can step on these arrows to kill her. She lays an egg here, we can go down here and stab. And we're just out of range, so these roaches can't see us, ambush us. Alright, who are we going to deal with first? Let's deal with you first. There we go. So now it's just an exercise in understanding how arrows work. Alright, another room with an invisibility potion. This time... Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we can attract all of you out of here. You're in range. You might not be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 4, 5. Okay, we need this where this wall lines up. All of these roaches up here must be past this point before we take the potion. So we should be good. Also, we have to stop this Roach Queen from getting in there. Whoops, what am I doing? Too many rotations. And I'm playing really sloppy today. Okay, as long as we stay in that row, Roach Queen can't do anything. Oh dear. Hey, you know what? You go into the corner. Right, not much to it. Nice, simple room. Alright, over here. Room style transition. This was originally in deep spaces, I guess. The whole level, probably. It's a lot of evil eyes.
Kinda busy.
Because I saved you. Down? Yeah.
Whoa. How'd you get down there?
Just to mess behind.
come down and visit? My fashion golem makes me smell.
I plan to stay up here.
I'm being careful not to actually die here because that would disrupt the dialogue. And I guess, yeah, the pit thing... Does it actually say pit thing? It does. Had a graphic. I don't remember it having that graphic in Journey to Rooted Hold.
But what will actually happen? No notions.
Nobody, but I got my own notions.
I see you should come down here, and I see deep. Nothing is rushing up for you. It's forgotten fear as a child. Stand close to the edge, and maybe miss it together.
What do you want all over? Jeebus, what?
You want this now, but not me. I need to make your sentences to fall into position. But surprise me, Beethro Budkin. If you want to prove my expectations wrong,
Yes?
come down to me right now instead of later. Embrace the nothingness. I promise can embrace you back.
The Mothingness, huh? This is a rather strange character. But we're mostly done here. Just kind of another big combat room. Oh. So yeah, stop being careful. Now I'm being really sloppy again. Never been a huge a huge fan of this style of room.
Don't worry. I'll be coming down. Just taking the slow way.
Just lots of evil eyes to cut your way through. It just doesn't seem particularly interesting to me. Evil eyes can be very interesting enemies, but not when utilized that way. So that's the first sighting of the pit thing. I don't know that it actually has any... Well, I do know. It doesn't have any particular importance in this hold. The pit thing becomes more of an important character starting in the city beneath. Oh, hi, Half. And these roaches cannot be killed from here, so we have to start from here. And wait for the roaches to get into here.
Ow!
Going.
Alright, Half lets us in. This closes that, which lets us get past the evil eye to hit this. Because the evil eye will not wake up if we are... if the line of sight is blocked. And we can't get Half to do it because it is only closing something, it's not opening it. Half can open doors, Half can't close doors, at least not directly. We could go up there. We don't want to wake this eye up, obviously, because it would get stuck on that arrow, so we can tell Half to do it.
Got it.
What opens this? That does, which we get after that. Okay.
Go.
Got it.
It seems kind of silly. Like, this invisibility potion, like, the purpose of this invisibility potion is to, I don't know, do something with these eyes? Like, I don't even know why I would take it. But this is, I guess, the first, well, it would have to be the first room in DROD where you are punished for taking a potion, because what's actually going to happen here, well, I can demonstrate, I just checkpointed. I'm invisible, take a second potion, I'm no longer invisible, and then the evil eye gets where we don't want it. So instead, we have to be invisible here. Alright, and this is just an entrance for Half. Doesn't do us any good. Can't get out that way. can't disable force arrows yet. Disabling force arrows. I kind of liked it when the force arrows were just there. Like, toggling them on and off just makes room... It's a readability problem. It can make it, especially when you have force arrows on top of doors. Or on top of pressure plates, another thing that we don't have yet. Yeah, pressure plates and disabling force arrows vastly increase the complexity of a room. Alright, of reading a room. This room. Just a whole bunch of different mini challenges. So the first one... Well... become invisible. That stops this Roach Queen from getting to the arrow. So the question is, do you want to be visible or invisible? We have to be visible because there's no way to kill these eyes if we're invisible. We need them to see us. So I guess I just wait a bit. And waiting is important because now the queen will lay an egg and block herself. Take all of those out. And another mini challenge here, just get the queen out. Not that difficult. She's gonna go all the way over there though. But I don't think waiting for her is gonna be any faster. Well, okay, it would have actually been faster because I wouldn't have had to go chasing her all that way. And then this has to be the last roach you kill, because otherwise the green door will get you stuck. So this particular maneuver here, this one stumped me for quite a while. I didn't think to step to the side and then backswipe. It's really obvious once you see it, but... I remember that particular maneuver giving me a lot of trouble, and this might be one of the first rooms I ever got seriously stuck on. I don't remember how many challenges I went through. Or not challenges, secret rooms. I did on my first playthrough. I might have missed some coming here. I don't think I've missed any in this playthrough yet. Alright. There's a scroll. It's probably going to be a challenge scroll. Cross the force arrow before drinking a potion. Okay. Cross this one here. We have a Roach Queen. So... the thing is, I can't let the Roach Queen ever lay eggs, because then roaches get stuck. Is there a dialogue here?
Ha! I knew it. You're new to this whole delving thing, aren't you?
Yes, there is. Okay. Okay, so there's dialogue if we let the roaches get in there. Alright, so do we have time to kill that Roach Queen and get through? Kind of. So I guess what this is saying is I can't take this one because I have to go through and then come back.
Sure, if you want to do it the easy way, but I like to go for the arrow first.
Right. Let's do that.
I like a delver who likes a challenge.
So we need to be invisible. If we go straight for the closest potion... that does work. We turn invisible on the turn. So that's fine. Oh, okay, we'll kill you. So the question then is, do I want to be visible or invisible here? Well, I'm not going to have time here, so I might as well just kill these and then make my decision. Do I want to be visible, invisible, visible, invisible, something? Or do I want to go visible, invisible, visible, invisible, do all this invisible. I don't think it actually matters. They should both be possible, right? Yeah, those queens are going to run around a little bit. We're just going to wait until the last moment for you. Oops, I just lost. This queen was going to get away from me. Don't want that. So I guess that means doing this one next. We could actually have this queen lay eggs, which is unusual. But we will make our lives a little bit easier. Follow the arrow. I wonder if that challenge would still trigger if I had dropped this, if I dropped both of these on the way in. Well, I wouldn't have had time to drop both of them. Not true. I could have skipped that queen, but then I wouldn't be able to kill the queen. I don't know. I'm just being silly. That's not important. Well, being silly is important, but the rest of it isn't. Okay. So that's this level. This is where I start to have a less solid memory on things. I still think I played through the 2.0, or 5.0 rather, remake. Beyond this point, I think it was the level where bombs were introduced. I think that's as far as I got. I didn't play through that one. Right, so I don't know where secret rooms are, is what I'm trying to say, from this point onward. I've only done this a couple of times, and once I get to the bomb level, I've, well, literally only done it once. Not happy with that either. Let's do it this way. Although, me saying I've only done it once, I mean, I've watched both Alex Diener and Pearl's playthrough the holds. So I mean, I've seen the rooms and everything several times, but I haven't played it myself. Okay, so with these eyes, what's the trick here? I need you. Yeah, you're on an arrow. I remembered that. So let's... go down like this. Deal with that problem. There are cracked walls there. My memory tells me that these do nothing. Yep, don't see anything there. Random broken walls like this have also fallen out of style, fortunately. I don't mind the occasional broken wall for ornamental reasons, but fake passages like this? Like, why? Why would you do that? Now that we're back here, I guess I might as well complete this room the intended way. Here. Get out of that entrance, please. Okay, you turned your hook so you can't see me.
Ack, where'd you go? Find him, Wisp.
Well, Wisp can't do anything. Now, if I step in range of the Slayer... Well, Slayer's turning. Yeah, you can see the Wisp is moving as long as I'm in range. But I deliberately moved the Slayer off to the side. So that is not an issue. And killing the Slayer here obviously doesn't affect the story in any way, because you weren't supposed to be able to kill the Slayer in this room. So even if I had killed him and skipped the level, he'd still show up again later. Would not have any
Knew
meaning.
I should have stood next to the steps.
Oh, apparently you can see me. Either that or you're just musing about your failure. You can feel it coming. Alright, well that was relatively quick. Fun little invisibility level. We're starting to get into some trickier game elements now. Having to think ahead a little bit more. Many neophyte Smite Masters, just out of clearing school, upon defeating their first dungeon roach, believe they are now prepared for the full range of overgrown vermin a dungeon has to offer. They couldn't be more mistaken. Recorded conversations of Pilibus Stromp, Smite Master. Ah, snakes, okay. No snakes in this room, but, well, except for the minimap. But we are on the serpent level, and which is going to be interesting, I'm sure. Also, Ortho Squares, I believe this is their first appearance. I mean, they were in secret rooms in King Dugan's dungeon, but I believe this is their first appearance in the original version of a hold, because those are added in the 2.0 engine remake of King Dugan's dungeon. If I know my DROD history correctly. But anyway, we will... Seems like a decent spot to stop, so we'll tackle this level next time. I will see you then.